6 of us once, my darlings, played together beneath green boughs which faded long ago, made merry in the golden summer weather, pelted each other with new-fallen snow. Did the sun always shine? I can't remember a single cloud that dimmed that happy blue, a single lightning bolt or peal of thunder to daunt our bright, unfearing lives, can you? We quarreled often, but made peace as quickly, shed many tears, but laughed the while they fell, had our small woes, our childish bumps and bruises, but Mother always kissed and made them well. Is it long since? It seems a moment only, yet here we are in bonnets and tailcoats, grave men of business, members of committees, our playtime ended, even baby votes. And star-eyed children, in whose innocent faces kindles the gladness which was once our own, crowd round our knees with sweet and coaxing voices, asking for stories of that old-time home. Were you once little too, they say, astonished? Did you too play? How funny! Tell us how. Almost we start, forgetful for a moment. Almost we answer, we are little now. Dear friend and lover, whom today we christen, forgive such brief bewilderment. Thy true and kindly hand we hold, we own thee fairest, but our yesterday was precious too. So, darlings, take this little childish story, in which some gleams of the old sunshine play, and as with careless hands you turn the pages, look back and smile, as here I smile today. Chapter 1. The Little Carrs. I was sitting in the meadows one day not long ago, at a place where there was a small brook. It was a hot day. The sky was very blue, and white clouds, like great swans, went floating over it to and fro. Just opposite me was a clump of green rushes with dark velvety spikes, and among them one single tall red cardinal flower, which was bending over the brook as if to see its own beautiful face in the water. But the cardinal did not seem to be vain. The picture was so pretty that I sat a long time enjoying it. Suddenly, close to me, 2 small voices began to talk, or to sing, for I couldn't tell exactly which it was. One voice was shrill, the other, which was a little deeper, sounded very positive and cross. They were evidently disputing about something, for they said the same words over and over again. These were the words: Katy did, Katy didn't, she did, she didn't, she did, she didn't, didn't. I think they must have repeated them at least 100 times. I got up from my seat to see if I could find the speakers, and sure enough, there on one of the cattail bulrushes I spied 2 tiny pale green creatures. Their eyes seemed to be weak, for they both wore black goggles. They had 6 legs apiece, 2 short ones, 2 not so short, and 2 very long. These last legs had joints like the springs to buggy tops, and as I watched, they began walking up the rush, and then I saw that they moved exactly like an old-fashioned gig. In fact, if I hadn't been too big, I think I should have heard them creak as they went along. They didn't say anything so long as I was there, but the moment my back was turned, they began to quarrel again, and in the same old words. Katy did, Katy didn't, she did, she didn't. As I walked home, I fell to thinking about another Katy, a Katy I once knew, who planned to do a great many wonderful things, and in the end did none of them, but something quite different, something she didn't like at all at first, but which, on the whole, was a great deal better than any of the doings she had dreamed about. And as I thought, this little story grew in my head, and I resolved to write it down for you. I have done it, and in memory of my 2 little friends on the bulrush, I gave it their name. Here it is, the story of what Katy did. Katy's name was Katy Carr. She lived in the town of Burnet, which wasn't a very big town, but was growing as fast as it knew how. The house she lived in stood on the edge of the town. It was a large square house, white with green blinds, and had a porch in front, over which roses and clematis made a thick bower. 4 tall locust trees shaded the gravel path which led to the front gate.